let us know if we got any questions or comments and kind of give us a running total.
For sure.
All right.
Wild West says, hey guys.
What up, Wild West?
Michael Kleckner says, hey Billy and the gang.
What's up, Mike?
Steve Mathenley says, hello from Hartville, Ohio.
Ohio?
Yep.
One of my favorite places. So right here we doing some exterior painting with a parking lot striper machine. A lot of guys don't know that you can do all types of exterior painting with one of these machines. Not only you can do parking lot striping, which y'all see us do that all the time, and we make a ton of money doing it, but same thing here, we take it, it's a different tip size, different paint. The settings on the machine is differently, the RPMs, the PSI, the viscosity of the paint. A lot of that changes when we do an exterior painting, but it's highly capable of doing it. Actually, I find it better than the little electric ones because this is more mobile. You know, where there's no outlets, like here, we can still use it. Let's go get a shot of what he's doing up there, dude.
All right. Wild West says, hate painting for sure.
Wild West, can you hear me okay? Because I know on a couple of other lives that we did, the audio wasn't too good. So let me know how you're hearing this. So right here, Big Chris is using a number 5 tip with a 019 orifice. We call it a 519. Most of our striping tips start either with a 2 or a 3. That first number dictates the width of the line.
Yeah, they're all saying audio is great.
Okay, awesome. It could have been my phone case on it, or sometimes Jacob covers it up, the microphone, with a piece of duct tape. So right here, he's using a 519 tip. We're using a latex paint and Sherwin-Williams product, A100. So the way we're preventing this overspray from sticking here is by keeping it wet. Another thing I want to show you guys over here, let's walk over here.
All right.
Is so long as you're using latex paint, keeping this wet with a running water hose. It's a really good idea. Basically, just keep it wet, and that way the paint never has a chance to stick to the concrete. Or either we can cover everything with plastic, but the wind today, Apex, you can tell them, the wind has been tremendous. So every time we put a little plastic on anything, the wind's ripping it off. So keeping it wet is the best way to do it. Another way we can do it, this plastic here, we did cover the floor with plastic, but to get this plastic from blowing away, just wet under it. So you wet the floor and then lay plastic down. Wetting the top of it doesn't do a whole lot, but wetting the floor causes the plastic to stick to the concrete due to the surface tension of the water. So you can see it almost, and it'll stay wet for hours under there. You see how it sticks to it now. And it takes a little bit to pull it off.
That girl pressure washing says, so what color are they going with?
We don't know yet. I assumed they was going to stay with their normal branding color. They want to change it, so I don't know if they're going to change all of their branches, which would be great. I mean, we can go paint all of them, but first we start out washing this, wash all the concrete, wash the building. We knew we was going to paint it, so that was a different type of wash job than just regular soft wash. We actually had to put a little elbow grease into it. But they want us to do a couple samples, and for me to select the sample colors. So I can go crazy with it and give them like a lime green, like our shirts. Apex, you got any suggestions? Because I've been asking people to leave a comment in the videos of what color they think the trim should be. And we get a lot of great suggestions. Actually, that girl pressure washing, she, and again guys, that's her name on YouTube. If y'all haven't subscribed to her, go check her out. They got some cool stuff on her channel. Well, anyway, that girl pressure washing, she left a great comment. So we're gonna probably do a sample color with that. A couple other sample colors that people are mentioning. And they still leaving comments because I just posted it this morning. So we may get 2 or 3 good samples out of it and see what they go with.
Yeah, me personally, I think the original, like, royal blue or whatever it is, looks excellent.
Yeah, I think this is probably good enough.
Yeah, so we got a question here from Wilfredo Faz. He says, how long will you take for this job?
So, no, if we include everything with the wash job was 1 day. We spent the day here yesterday doing some repairs. I'm going to show you all that here in a second before we break away. And today is the 3rd day. Approximately 2 more days, working days. Now, that being said, we're only allowed to work here on the weekend just because it'd be so busy during the day. It's hard enough with the ATM sitting right here, so we'll be out here next Saturday and Sunday to finish it up. So I would say, I wish it was 4, but I think it's going to go into a 5th day. So we'll see how that works out. And we budget for that. We actually budget for 6 days on something like this. We always try to go 30% over, 30% under, and we can put that in our proposals as well. If any of y'all need that help on the over-under bids, it's a real common practice in the construction industry, but we're trying to get everyone to bring that to power washing and parking lot striping over-under. You can do a little research on it, or you can call me directly and I can kind of walk you through it. A lot of you guys don't know that we've been doing it. It's allowance traffic. We've been doing it for about 20 years now, over-under, and we can add 20% to a job quite easily. A lot of guys think, well, you know, you go out and quote a job, you have to hit it exactly on the spot, or you're not going to make any money. But that's a moving target. You know, it's hard to foresee when, especially jobs 6, 8, 9, 10 days. Some of our government jobs are 30 days long. It's really hard to plan each day like that. So we come up with this thing, and other contractors do it over under. It's some verbiage in your contract that may allow you to charge 20 or 30% more than what the stated estimate is. And then we work in change orders, unforeseeables, weather delays, things like that. And all that can be back charged to a client. Not a residential job, but commercial and government especially. These people that go to management school to run some of these banks and other facilities that we run, they didn't just go to management school to learn how to count money. They learn about these quotes, estimate, over, under. They get familiarized when they're getting their degree in management. So they're familiar with it, and they're probably wondering why a lot of people try to use them, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So it's called over, under, and it's up to you. You can go 10%. The highest I've seen was 30%. I like to go somewhere between, sometimes I'll be 15% over, under, or 20%. That's pretty much maxing it out.
All right.
You got any questions for you, Apex? Somebody leave an Apex question.
Yeah, and Wild West and Bodyless and Half Faith, they say, what's up?
What's up, Bodyless, Half Faith? Hope y'all having a great Sunday.
And Andrea Manning says, hi, Billy, hugs.
Hey, Andrea, how are you? Thank you. How's the bag?
And Wild West says, I go 20%.
Yeah, 20% is a good number. Over under. A lot of guys really in the construction business, like I said, new construction, renovations is really big in renovations. So let's say you're renovating someone's drywall in their house, you have no idea what you're going to pull out, So you need that protection in there as well. So Big Chris is coming over to the next slide, like this.
Yep.
Again, guys, if you're just joining us, we are spray painting with a parking lot striping machine. It's phenomenal for putting down stripes, obviously, but it can spray all the ceiling. We'll give them a shot of that. All that white today we've completed. Apex, tell them about the All-Pro Striker course and the promotional code, Billy 499, or what this.
All right, guys. So if you want to learn how to stripe parking lots and get jobs and all that kind of stuff and make a ton of money, like basically it pays for itself in the first job. If you guys want to learn how to do that, go to BillyDavidsonVIP.com and you can get a really good discount. I believe it's $300 off by using the code Billy499. That's BILLY 499 at BillyDavidsonVIP.com.
And they told me that it's going to end on March 1st, which is tomorrow. Sometimes they delay it a day or two. So I've been just telling everybody that wants to get in, they can save the money now and get it, get our early start on it for the spring. So he's spraying here. I'm listening very carefully, even though I'm working, doing other stuff. I'm listening very carefully of the spray pattern coming out of that gun, adjusting the PSI if needed. So as you do it for years, you start to kind of learn what that needs to sound like when it's working right. So yeah, it's working really good now. I'm just keeping any little droplets that happen to fall out. Since it's latex, we just kind of pre-wet everything. We got any questions, or how many people got on?
So we got 14 people watching. We got 7 likes. And Williams Washing says, Apex, where's the best place to get pressure washing equipment?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'll say this. It all depends on where you live. I'd say somewhere local. Generally, you'll have a pressure washing supply store that's dedicated to pressure washing and other industrial needs. And if you don't have to drive 2 hours out of the way, I'd just go there. But if you need something bigger,
Like an online vendor?
yeah,
What would you say online vendors?
I'd say an online vendor you can check out.
You got any particular ones you use?
Nah, I don't really. Pressure Tech for some fittings and stuff. And if you're looking for larger machines, they also have online vendors for those. You can get them ordered to your local. Like when I bought my new machine, I had it delivered to the local, place. But anyways, yeah, just go to Pressure Tech for all your odds and ends. Local pressure washing store works as well.
I like Pressure Tech. I like Restaurants is good. EnviroSpec is really good. That's kind of one that's really not mentioned too much. EnviroSpec.com, I believe, they have some weird things there that you might not find everywhere. Everybody's got XJet, Quick Connects, that sort of thing, hoses. Cody's doing a lot of stuff over there. I think you can get your new software pump from Cody now. The hose reels that he's making. When he was at the house the other night, he was telling me about the hose reels. So I think they're going to be selling those really soon. We're going to try a couple out for sure.
Yeah.
I always kind of like to give someone else that's in the industry that's out there helping too. Helping some of the new guys. I think it's always good to kind of send them your business, even if it's a few dollars either way. Yeah, it's not going to hurt you. We're making a ton of money, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's support that local guy better than, something like EnviroSpec. They might be great people, but I'll never talk to an owner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Bodyless says, that's not at full throttle, is it?
Oh, so no. So this machine here is basically on idle. I'm going to bump the throttle up just so they can hear it.
Okay.
So it's basically, let's see, that's all the way idle coming tighter.
Okay.
So that's an idle. So it'll go up to about 3,000 RPMs, but yeah, that's literally the lowest idle setting it has. Now I'm still maintaining a PSI of about 2,000 just to maintain atomization of the paint. So you could turn the PSI too much where it only squirts. We want to increase the pressure so it sprays.
All right.
that machine right here has made us so much money. It's only a year old. Yeah. This hotel and a few $100,000 in striping last year, and now painting. So, and it's still like new. You know, other than the paint getting on it, that's the only thing.
Yeah, and body list says impressive. Yes.
Yeah, those things, Mr. Jim. These things right here will spray 2 guns, double guns. This is the trigger mechanism here. This is the front caster to unlock the front caster to make turns. Obviously, you got your paint reservoir, gas tank. Now, this is the pump over here. This is the pressure setting, pressure knob right here. This is on off. So that's pretty much it. And then your spray arm. And then fairly simple setup. That's the business end of it right there. That is the most fragile part of the machine. Loading it and unloading it. You kind of see it's stuck out here, and you don't want to be taking all this apart every time you unload it. So this is a stowaway position, just kind of suck it in. This telescopes outward, so this would be pushed in and then folded in. And I always like to tape the block. You want to point at that form. So we back off so they can hear it. All right. I always like to put a little tape on that block, because that thing will vibrate loose, and if you lose it, you're not painting. You're not painting parking lines. So just wrap some tape around it. Air pressure in the tires. The rear tires is the load-bearing tires, obviously, because it's holding the paint a bucket. 5 gallons of traffic paint is about 130 pounds plus the weight of the machine. So it's got a little weight in the back. The front, you know, it's a simple setup, but they make you a lot of money for sure.
Yep.
All right, we got a ATM transaction coming. So, Chris, we're going to go look at a couple pieces over here. You got it? Yeah. Let's walk over here and see. This is some of Apex's handiwork. So we replaced that section right there. And this section up here. You got to tell them what you did here, Jake?
All right, guys. So,
We can walk up there and look at it.
yeah, I'm going to get a close-up. All right, guys. So, as you can see, some of the old wood, it was rotten. Some of these old trim pieces were really rotten. So what we did is we took a saw and we cut out and removed the rotted sections and replaced it with new wood. And took the screw gun, got it zipped in, and yeah, you can see that looks really tight, and yeah, looking good. And you can just hear it. That's solid. Like,
Yeah, that ain't going nowhere.
yeah.
Nice and tight. Let's go look at some other sections here. We're actually on a dirt mound that goes up the side of the building. Let's go back through here.
All right.
How many people you got on here?
I've got 18 people watching with 8 likes.
So this section right here, that part right there is structural damage. We let them know once we knew they had some bad pieces on the fascia board, but I let them know if we found something more severe under it, we was going to stop progress on that. So this is something structured. This is a Wild West thing right here, probably. That outside rafter board needs changed out. I'm not trying to do it. I know we could, but I don't want to have no part in that. Because, matter of fact, you pull that off, it might be more damage and more. And so you never know where it's going to stop. So I'm going to stop there. They know it. If I run across something, and that's what it is. I can almost push a screwdriver straight through that in most places. So one good thing, it's not a load bearing, you know, so it's out here on the end. So I assume they're going to be able to probably replace that for $500 or $600, but I don't want to fool with it. Let's go on to the next side.
All right.
Some more bad pieces in here. This wind is blowing really hard.
Yeah, so this next rot is over there and right there.
And this is what we were replacing it with. This is a 1x10. And this is like millwork wood. It's really smooth. So this is probably an overkill. I'm probably gonna have got something a little bit more rough cut, but it's all they had. You know, COVID. You know how all that is. So that's what it is. A metal piece of board, and then it's got that trim piece that goes. I think that trim piece is a 4.
Yeah.
4-inch up there. It kind of all sucks in up there. But we stop there because it's rotten, and we cover it up. They're gonna just have to take this off anyway.
Yeah.
So we got one other piece here.
Yeah. So up the berm.
Go ahead and show them that.
Yeah.
Bring that a little closer to look.
Okay.
And this part isn't so bad. I mean, it's pretty bad, but what's really bad is it gets worse going back that way. And this is one complete unit right here. So I don't know what this is going to entail, but I think it's going to be fascia soffing, this rim board, and maybe some rafters on there. I hate to be the bad news guy, but I told him I would stop if I run across something, and there it is. I was thinking this was termite damage, but with it being dark like that, I think it's just water. Y'all can leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Y'all think that's termites at some point?
Wild West says it looks like it's leaking from the inside.
Yeah.
Really close.
But
there,
you see,
yeah.
Wild West, I was looking on here. I didn't see any water damage over here, but plywood seems to be decent here. But yeah, it's water damage. I mean, it's just you could just pick at it, and so that's probably going to be a much bigger job. We got so much other stuff going on. I don't want to get involved with all
I think there was that one spot we filled down there to the right. But other than that, no.
All right, let's go check on crimp.
All right.
Maybe they'll take a fall. Show them how steep that is.
Yeah, y'all. Be careful when you're climbing stuff like that. It's really steep, really easy to fall.
They had a roofing nail in it yesterday.
Oh man.
I went way up there at the top. I don't know who put roofing nails in there. But as soon as I stepped on it, I felt it poke my foot. I pulled my foot back. It didn't puncture the skin, thank God, because it was a rusty old roofing tag. So this is where he is right here.
Yeah, he's almost done with that section. We're at the 22-minute mark.
Let's see what he's got here, and then
Let's get some more footage there. Yep. Wild West says a lot of times there's water fractional. Keep it stuck to the bottom of the roof till it hits the fascia.
oh really?
Water frictional. The water friction will keep it stuck to the bottom of the roof till it hits the fascia.
Oh, so as it comes down that slope, then it hits, and then it chases itself downwards even more.
Yeah.
What's this individual doing here?
He's just taking a walk.
He just parks his car and takes a walk.
I guess. I mean.
Is he going in the car?
Yeah, they're hitting the ATM.
Oh, they got out though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't show them on.
I'm not. But yeah, as you guys can see, all this plastic covering, this was integral to keep these surfaces protected. And
These things right here.
yes, indeed.
That's a vacuum tube that goes inside the building office. So we just got that wrapped up for any fallout that's coming down.
Yep.
This one too. Well, this wind has been something today.
Yeah. All right.
When's
So
your next pressure washing job? Well, we got to work tomorrow. I forgot about that. We got a big roof to
Yeah.
do tomorrow.
all right.
Chris, what you looking at? Say again. You should be good. It's going tight.
They're moving.
Put a silent set.
Yep.
little bit of water on it, it's good to go.
Yep.
That's like little lights in these tanks, right?
Yeah.
Is that a little light in there?
All right, he's on this last little section here. Tell Big Chris he's doing a fine job from Wild Wild West.
Wild West, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
We got to get Wild West down with Butters. Yeah, our friend Butters, and I think they get along real good. What you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good time. Get everybody out there.
Yep. Yeah, we got something exciting that we're going to announce here in a couple weeks. So if everything works out good. You excited, Jacob?
Oh, I'm excited. It's been a minute since I've got to go out and do something fun. I've just been working and working and working all day long.
Are you making some money?
Oh yeah.
Chris told me that you make a lot of money in February.
Yeah, this month has actually been my highest grossing month of the entirety of my business existence.
Your whole life?
This is the most money I've ever made in my whole life, legitimately.
February?
Yeah.
It's going to get better from here now.
Yes, indeed.
It's always.
All right.
Get those water baths going there.
Oh yeah. Just when you get one job done, there's another one that needs done.
We got a bunch of them to do next couple days. I hope the weather holds out because it'd be nice to do on a night like tonight would be.
All right, and Kristen's finishing up that last section there. All right. Okay.
So that's about it then, huh? What do you think we got? How's everything looking? Pretty good. We're using a flat paint on here too. What's that, Chris? Thank you, John. John? I'm going to go them all. I was going to let them know something right before we leave the video. This paint line right here, guys, if y'all have ever done any spraying, there's probably another quart, maybe even a little more paint than that in the paint line. So this is still some good paint, but what we're going to do, we're going to flush our line back and save the paint that's in the paint line. That way, if we got any touch-ups to do, we don't have to buy a fresh gallon of paint. But this is a latex, just white, Sherwin-Williams A100, and very forgiving. You can kind of show them up here. As it's drying, this is another little tip. If you ever paint with flat paint, when it's drying, don't look at it because it will work you to death chasing down the spots. You just got to let that flat paint dry all the way, which usually takes 2 or 3 hours, maybe even overnight, and then look at it the next day. Because if you look at it while it's drying, you'll chase it all day long. You'll see a spot there and a spot there all over. But that's how flat paint is. And but once it dries, it just looks so nice. So think about that if you're ever painting something, even a homeowner, you ever paint anything with a flat paint, obviously put a really good coat of paint on it, and then don't watch it, don't look at it, and just come back the next day before you make a decision on doing any touch-ups. So anyway, that's it. We need to go get us some drinks. I know Big Chris is probably looking for a cup of ice or something. So Thanks for joining us in the video. Apex, you need to tell them anything before we roll?
If you guys want to learn how to do parking lot striping using a machine like this machine or one similar, go to BillyDavidsonVIP.com and use the code Billy499 and get yourself a really good discount, $300 off.
Yep, and I'll get a sandwich out of the deal.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we love y'all. Y'all be safe. We'll see y'all soon.